chief executives of the big American car makers Ford, Chrysler and General Motors have each promised to work for $1 a year if Congress approves emergency aid for the ailing industry. The three companies are returning to Washington later this week to make a renewed appeal for $25 billion in government loans. Here's the BBC's Michelle Fleury.
Their last trip to Washington on private jets couldn't have gone any worse. Second time around, Ford CEO Alan Mulally, seen here, is trading in his plane for a hybrid car. GM boss Rick Wagner plans to do the same. The big three are hoping to convince lawmakers to give them a $25 billion emergency loan.
The plan is going to have a lot more texture and substance to it than it had last week when they just simply said, give me money.
In a political concession, all three CEOs have said they're willing to work for $1 a year in return for an emergency bridging loan. General Motors says it needs $18 billion to survive. Ford, which is healthier, has asked for $9 billion. But its fortunes are tied to that of its rivals.
If one of them does go under, it's my belief that all three of them will go under, because when you're getting parts from the same companies and you cut off 1/3 of their business or 2/3 of their business, it's very hard for those companies to stay in business.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers want assurances from the car makers that they have a realistic business plan.
It's about viability of the industry, it's about accountability to the taxpayer, and it's about innovation for the future.
With the credit freeze, November's car sales figures offered a painful reminder that scared people don't buy cars. GM sales fell 41%. The not-so-big three are fighting for their very survival. November's dismal monthly car sales may actually help them persuade Congress to act fast if they're to save the US car industry. Michelle Fleury, BBC News in New York.
This is BBC News still ahead. The American officer assigned to work as a prosecutor at Guantanamo Bay but quit this summer. Find out why later in